Hello and welcome back. Gonna do some ETS. Ooh, it's a nice relaxing stream. If I can talk, I think I've had too much coffee. Right then, what have we got? Half tempted to do quick jobs. I just think I just clicked on the wrong thing. Let's have a look. Thinking that one. That might give me a bit of mileage under the belt. I didn't plug my hair tracker in, but we don't technically need it. And my mirror's not working. Great. May need to look at my controls a second. Remember what button I was using. For that one. Okay. Assuming we've got a... my wheel has decided not to work. Unbelievable. Always something. Right, I shall be back shortly. Because I need to reload. And my mouse is gone. Hello. Right, we're getting there slowly. Won't be much longer now. The wheel is responding this time, so yay. Let's try round 2, shall we? But whilst I'll get the wheel running, I'll up the force feedback a little bit. Hopefully I haven't done it too much. Okay. This game's gonna bug me today. You know, I've rebooted twice today and I've had terrible screen tear just using Windows. I'm now getting screen tear in this game for the first time. What's going on? Yesterday it was USBs, today it's the screen and wheel. It's never ending. That looks more solid. Nope, still tearing. Oh well. We'll put up with it for now. I'll have to have a look at it another time, otherwise I'll never get anything done. I want to get a couple of bit of mileage done, at least a couple of jobs in. Brother Gareth, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. My PC's just having another one of its gremlin days. Have you been getting on with your setup? Oh, yesterday was USBs. I've booted the PC today, and all I've had all day when I've used the PC is screen tearing. Oop, I've missed my turning as well. Screen tearing on anything and everything. You know, even in a browser window, it's like, oh. So I actually rebooted, thinking that should fix it. Clearly not. There's obviously a setting somewhere that's messed up. I'm thinking it might be the graphics driver. So I might be reinstalling that soon. You're giving up. When's your mate coming over? Hopefully, that's going to be soonish. Does your mate someone who's used the head tracker himself, or they just think they can figure it out, so to speak? Alright, yeah, you should be able to handle it then. That copper's going to be parked right behind me, just booking me all the way, I can tell. If I give him a gap and see if he goes for it. You working your way up? How's your company doing? You got yourself a garage or a couple of garages or trucks? Well, this is a quick job. I still do quick jobs from time to time. It's good for variation as well. What, the wheel that broke? I wouldn't say fixed, but it's in the hand at the moment, and we're waiting for the outcome. Hopefully we'll have some good news shortly. For once, the roads are looking a little bit busy. I have no idea why the screen tear has decided to plague me. I realise my volumes are all wrong as well. I can't hear a thing. Let me... Look. Bing bong. Better. I wonder if there's a graphics setting that has changed somewhere, because I don't know if it's just me. So even though I got the screen tear, things are looking a little bit sharper. Sharper than... perhaps it's just me. I'm having one of those days. Seriously want to pull out of this little hard shoulder thing, but this car's doing my head in because he's not moving. Thank you. We've got 3 hours 32. A little bit of damage because we haven't been concentrating. Oops. Can't see. Jeez. With a little luck, this job won't take too long. Get this one under the belt. I quite like the MAN trucks. They're a good middle road truck, you know, they're not bad, but they're not brilliant. They get the job done, they're certainly a workhorse truck, that's for sure. I think I'm kind of looking up a little bit as well. I think I need to angle my camera down. Kind of nice running up alongside another truck. It lets you have a good look at what the other trucks are like when they're on the road. I've got to keep that mirror on by there. That's because if I don't have that mirror on in triple screens, the right hand mirror doesn't work properly, which is kind of a pain, but it's a way around it. It lets me, hold on, I think I'm supposed to be this way, aren't I? Oh, here we go. I'll probably get this wrong now. Do I want to go down there? No, I want to go on. I want to beat this guy, but I think he's going to block me off. Get some lights on. I won't bother adjusting the screen for the truck, because when you do quick jobs you have to adjust it for every truck, or every time you're in, unless you go into the settings, file settings of the game and change it individually. Oh, why did I change lanes? I want to be in that lane. It's lucky I don't drive one of these for real. I get myself in a load of hurt every day, sitting in the wrong lane or whatever. That's the shower over and done with. When we drop this load off, we're going to check the graphics settings, make sure nothing's changed. I've had that before. I've loaded the game and the graphics settings have changed. I'm not quite sure why that was the case. I'm just wondering whether the same thing's happened again. But I didn't notice it when I had a quick look just now. Got plenty of fuel on board. And down to under the last hour. Wanna go for it? Good timing. For cruise, I use my dials here, so I've got, this is to basically put cruise control back on. So this is toggles cruise control on and off, the big button. You push it in. And if I've already used it once, I can do the grey one next to it to reset it back onto the same speed. And then I use the dial left and right to increase or decrease as necessary. So again, I can put it on, decrease it, increase it back up. So all in all, I do use all four. You don't have to. I used to run it with just plus and minus and on and off. On and off is one button, and then you've got plus and minus, so you need 3 buttons really, and that will get it working. You don't really, I find myself not using the, you know, toggle or put it back to the same speed. That one there is literally, when you press it, if you had it set, say, to 40, and you took it off, or your speed was increased or decreased, it'll put it back onto the same speed it was on last. Whereas the on and off will put it onto the speed you were at last. So if you're running at 30 and you put it back on, then obviously same as a real car, really. So I'm guessing you may have already used cruise control. I don't know. I'm guessing you do. Need to remember, it's, you know, same really as a car or any truck on the road, to be honest. Even in my car, when I use cruise control, I just usually use toggle on and off, and that's it. Wow, that was a big lag spike. Oh, hold on, I just driven straight past it. What am I doing? I'm in a daydream. Oh, well, move it by here, right behind him. A bike will sneak through. That's wrong way already. Wow, this is slow turning. It's going to be world of hurt if I'm not careful. Right, let's straighten that back out. Well, that could have been a bit better. 2.2, terrible. Right, let's have a look at graphics a second, shall we? No, it's on 200. Simple. Yes, fine. It must be a graphic setting somewhere. Probably in their graphics driver. Anyway, let's have a look at another job, shall we? I'll tell you what, let's do it differently, shall we? Let's have a look at the map. So I'm going to pick an area. I'm going to move my truck. Rostock. So if we do truck manager. The question is, what truck am I going to use? I've got a torpedo. Got a Volvo. I might actually use the Volvo. Not actually driven that one. I've decided to do myself a couple of different custom trucks. Oh, mind you, I've got that Peterbilt in the yellow and the green. That I do like that green. Every time I look at it, I don't know why. I think I might do the Volvo actually. Right, so let's do garage map. I'm thinking somewhere north. Amber. And then we'll do Violet. What have I got? Forget that. Bill a dealer. Customize. I don't know about you, but I do prefer my wheels, at least one of them, to be smack bang on the end. What have we got for finishes? Not a lot. Ooh, Volvo one. If you notice, these are the names from their jobs, logistics, and what have you. Global one, or globe. Hello there, Mark. How you doing? Hardly use my restart button for cruise control. I just tend to just go for on and off. What can I say? I'm usually doing 55. My God, I got a speed limiter. We'll get into trouble with that. I was going to put one on, and I forgot which one it was now. Damn it. Black one. Oh, and let's have a look. Accessories. maybe not. Really? Doesn't match the colours, so it looks like they've only done a partial. Guessing this is going to be the same. Yep. That's the dead. Yeah. I usually get had. I'm not too fussed. Lights on. I think that'll do. Let's try it with this Volvo, shall we? Did I actually get it delivered there or not? That's what you got to do. Trailer manager. Private. Well, we don't know yet. Gonna be really the first time I've had a good look at it. Colours don't exactly match, but hey, it's close enough for now. Let's get a job, shall we? So what have we got? Job. You've forgotten the question. Can't have been that good then. Right, so we want to go from Hamburg. I'm thinking we can go straight down somehow. If we can find a job that actually goes anywhere, because all of them seem to be stuck in Hamburg at the moment. Really? I've never seen this same multiple jobs coming up. Usually a bit more randomized than this. Nope, that's pretty bad, isn't it? I did find 20 hours on the road. Don't know about that. And I need to fix my map again because my map's all gone pear-shaped again. We'll do that one. Empty pallets, maybe? Or truck rims. That one. Haven't really done any engine sounds on this one, so it's just bog standard for now. Big sucker, I don't know that much. Oh, I'm not going to turn out of here in a rush. Jeez. Oh, I know what I need to do. Which I always forget. Might be able to get away with that. You got away from me, right then. I think I'm in here. Did I go to the right one? Oh my god. Quick jobs. No, not quick job. What am I doing? Go back. These are empty parts. What is there? Why didn't it come up? Did I press the wrong button? Probably did. That's why I'm half asleep. Right, the mirror on that side doesn't work again. Wish there was a fix for that. Still haven't found a way of being able to get the mirrors to work all the time in triple screens. Okay, I slowed it up. Oh, what a horn. Scare the living crap out of you and driving that one behind you. Thanks. Can't recall if it was regarding a particular game there, Mark? Or was it just a general question? Now I'm trying to probe because I want to know what it was. So what have we got? 9 hours. 4 hours, 9 to get there. Nice. Easy one, really. I'm sure it will. Is that one update? Yeah, it is updating. That's right. If I change that mirror... No, it only toggles the top mirror, not the bottom mirror, so that's kind of stuck. And 16 speed in this one as well. This is just going to be a nice quiet cruise, really. Might as well turn that mirror off. And it'll be coming to daytime now shortly. It's 3:45 in game, so should start to brighten up shortly. Might be able to see something then. Full beam just ain't cutting it. Fuel-wise, we're fine. We've got shed loads. Actually, that mirror's not updating either, is it? I may have had it on while I was doing it. Ah, I hit the parking brake by accident. I really gotta change that switch. I just caused the pilot behind me. I was like, what was that? I was like, oh, it was me. Tell you what, if you want a nice quiet truck just to cruise around in, this is really nice. Nothing too loud or... Ooh, hold on. Where are we going? We're going that one. Oh, don't pause me there. I'm indicating the wrong way, that was awesome. Got daylight starting to kick in. Considering the size of those front lights, they don't look that impressive. They don't look right. I think something's not... Come on, external view. Yeah, something's not right there. Nice looking truck though. It's going slow because I'm in 14th gear trying to get up this silly incline. And I'm too lazy to change it down a gear. I'm just only 37, I'm doing 47 already, so... Time to go back. Jeez, that's going too fast. Go back inside. Should have a toggle here. Aldi, they won't have a truck like this, that's for sure. If they did, I'd be impressed. Oh, look out, biker. That's it, you just go for it. Don't mind anybody else. No one else wants to use the road. I've got nothing against bikers, but it does wind me up when you get the ones who are doing 100 miles an hour and expect you to see them coming. And they have a go at you because they say, well, you cut me up. Well, sorry, you were doing 100 miles an hour, and when I first clocked you, you were miles away. Alright, trouble. What's going on this time? Who's going to break down and have a look? Biker's slowing down to have a look. It's only going to do a rear view of this truck, innit? Where I'm at, they need to work on their cameras and do more scenic cameras, I reckon, because this one's just terrible. Let's have a good look at the arse of a truck. filter off the screen. Should be that one. A 1 hour and 49. Actually, reading back there, Mark, when you're talking about wheels and stands, do you mean you're thinking about getting a wheel setup and maybe a wheel stand pro or something, or are you looking for some maybe more permanent fixture, like a proper rig of some form? You know. Copper's behind me. Flashing. Don't speed, there's a copper. I figured it out. G29's a good wheel. I enjoyed mine when I had it. Have you modded your G29? Can't remember if you said if you did or not. Hold on, there's a garage here that I don't think I've had. I think I'm going to go there and buy it. And the lights change, of course. Do you use the, did you get the shifter with it? Right, let's pick up this garage over here. Now we've got to try and pull out without banging into anyone or anything. Ooh, that was a bit tight. Holy crap. Yeah. That was a little bit too tight. I'll have that as well. It's not a necessity to have the shifter. I was going to say if you did have one, there's a cheap mod you can do for about 20 quid. The one thing that I probably would recommend looking at, actually two, is the Leo Bodner conversion cable, which gives you greater range, well not range, greater sensitivity on the pedals. I had that cable when I was running mine. Made a noticeable difference to the sensitivity, shall we say, and the feel of the pedal. Or pedals. The other one I was running was I can't remember what it was called now, GTI brake mod I think it was. And again about 20 quid for a new spring. You take the spring then out of your brake, replace it with this new one, and then you take the brake spring that's originally there, move it to your accelerator spring, and basically remove the accelerator spring, replace it with the old brake spring, and again gives you a firmer feeling pedals, in my view, a better feeling pedal. Certainly recommend it. Leo Bodner has his own website, and for the GTI brake spring, I think that was eBay I got mine. It's worth looking into. I'd recommend anybody with a G29 look into those mods. Well, with the GTI, they actually do replacement springs for the accelerator, brake and clutch. But I was just happy replacing because I thought, you know what, the main concern is braking. You want to have a really good responsive brake pedal that feels, like it is a brake pedal rather than an on-off switch. So I thought, you know what, I'll go for just the one spring, see what it's like. I never got round to buying the rest because I ended up selling the pedal selling the setup anyway and upgrading. But at minimum, I would go for the brake spring. But you can buy them in a kit for all of them if you wanted to. Now this is way off. Right, let's try this again, shall we? better. Come on. Don't want to do that because I'm using my own trailer eye. Forgot. Yeah, I was kind of lucky because the desk I was using, it was quite a shallow desk, which meant I could butt the pedal set up against the wall behind me. Wouldn't behind me, up against the wall in front of me, or behind the desk. So therefore, when I put full pressure onto the pedals, whether it be brake or accelerator, the pedals weren't moving at all. In the end, I did make a wooden footrest because I wanted to raise them up into a more natural driving position. It increases the number of steps. I can't remember the figures, but if you go to the Leo Bodner website and look for the modification cable, I think the current steps is something like 800 or something, and it doubles it to 1,000 or so. I can't remember exactly the figures, but it does increase the steps that you have for each pedal. So it kind of makes it a smoother and more progressive feel. And again, tie that in with the brake mod and the springs, and you'll find that that enhances the pedal. I love them. I mean, I almost, before I ended up buying the pedals I got now, I would, because I sold my gear and I was still shopping around, I almost bought a second-hand set of pedals just to keep as a backup, because I enjoyed them that much. They're a great set for the price you would pay for those pedals. They're a great set of pedals, you know, and you really got to be spending, you know, a good chunk of money extra to get a noticeable difference. Let's change the truck. I've no doubt this is probably moving me again. Let me have a look at my map. Where are we? Yes, it is. So let's go to... Reg. Relocate the second. Yeah, it basically converts it to a USB, standalone USB device, and you plug it in. So the beauty as well is if you ever upgraded your wheel in the future, you then can use your pedals as a standalone pedal set. And obviously, because what I did, I kept hold of my G29. I was running a TSPC racer wheel with the pedals whilst I was sorting out the funds for the pedals I have now. And then when I bought these pedals, the Fanatec ones, I ended up selling the G29 with the pedals and everything I had. And then when my TSPC racer decided to go tits up, that's when I decided to get the direct drive. I thought, you know what, I'm just going to take the plunge because I'm really enjoying the setup and the driving, so just go for it. Right, let's go to Switzerland. That area anyway. I think if I can't even be sure the map's all sideways anyway, so I don't even know where I'm going half the time. And we're going to need a trailer. I'm just going to use the one I made. But I love the paint job on this truck. That's an awesome green. Let's have a look at jobs. Cargo. The trailer's not going to match at all, but yeah, well, who cares? Have we got anything that kind of goes, yeah, that does. Let's try that one. Hold on. I need my trailer. Hopefully it's around the corner. And let me have a look first before I drive off anywhere. The app is Sim Dashboard, and it allows me to display the information from the games. My trailer's not here. So, for instance, ETS, I've got the dials, the gear I'm in, the destination, the time, the distance, park and brake on and off. So it gives me all the information I need from the game without having to have it plastered on the screen in front of me, so it frees up the screen. So I'd recommend anybody, if you've got like a spare Android tablet or Android phone, you can download this. There's a small charge to have the full version, but I'd recommend getting the full version because you can design your own layouts as well. I do have a little video of it somewhere in my list. Right, where's my trailer manager? Because I'm completely lost where my trailer is. Dismiss. Not there. Relocate, I think, as well. Then you'll be able to use. Yeah, you could put it like that. Acts as a fifth screen. It just gives me all my dials and everything on there. And again, it's not just for this game. It does multiple different games. Right, hopefully now. You've got it all on. Well, technically, if I had another full-size monitor spare, this program will link. Mind you, I've got two programs. Another one that will link to another monitor and put all my dials on another monitor as well. It's crazy what you can do with half the stuff out there. Right, where are we going? That's one thing I didn't do in this truck. Sat nav. Did I select the job? I don't think I did. I better do that now before it goes tits up. That'll do. Set again. There we are, it's updated my map. It's a nice sounding truck as well, this. I do like it. I had to, didn't I? I had to get one of them right. Couldn't get the trailer hitched up. It was my own fault. I was messing around with too many different things at the same time. Right, try and hoof it round. Don't scratch the chrome. Come on now. Sorry, matey, I'm gonna cut you up. Where am I going? Down the end there. I can't even see the map. Shame that cable doesn't move. I just realised that. Look at that. It's like, hello? Can we move the cable, please? I can turn that mirror off, hopefully. Yeah. It's simpler. It's all neat and tidy. Don't have that ugly thing in the corner of your screen all the time. This reminds me now I've just got to get a sat-nav put into this one. That's a shame. I just noticed as well the interior of the truck isn't working on the right hand side. That's a shame. I wonder if there's an update for the truck. Because it's a really nice truck otherwise. Turning circle sucks in a bit on this one. Probably why I always complain when trying to park the trucks in American truckers. Right, what have I got on this thing? I can't remember what the layout is. Turning in too sharp. No, and I can't straighten up because that's in front of me. So annoying. Okay, let's load up. see the light. There it is. Well, we're not going to get anywhere fast, can we? You watch now, we'll get this light and we'll get the light over there, we'll get stopped over there as well. On. Well, when you think about it, you are going to get in some cities where, you know, getting around in a truck is going to seem like crap. But for a game, it does get a bit tiresome. It's nice taking out some of the American trucks in this game now and again. So what do we have time-wise? 33 hours to play with on a, what, 18-hour trip. I might take the first stop and have a rest and get some daylight on this. Oh, don't slow down, you git. Oh well, you're out. That's the perfect place just to, you know, yeah, just, there's a truck, let's just put on the anchors. Lucky enough, I got away with no damage. Traffic offences, I do. Fatigue, I don't. Mainly because I only get a few hours to play. And I just don't want to be wasting my time sleeping. Oh, that was good. I knocked the wrong switch. So, you know, when I'm streaming, I stream from usually about 8:30, 9 o'clock till maybe midnight, maybe earlier sometimes. So it's only a few hours. So just to give it a bit of a flow with the streams, I prefer not to use fatigue. If I was playing on my own, I used to play with fatigue before. But everything else is turned on. And I just went past the truck stop because I was yapping. But yeah, I do obviously use the sleep, but that's mainly to just refresh the day and night cycle, because driving at night streaming isn't really the best. There should be a parking over here, I'm hoping. I kind of wish I didn't go this way though. Probably a different way of doing it. much fuel have we got? Oh, I got enough fuel. The question is, where have they put the sleep area? Over there. Try looking. Yeah, I'm not going to drive around the back of them. I was thinking about it, and then I realised, no, there's not that much room. Oh, don't tell me they're all full. Seriously? I think you can park in front of the trucks. I say think. It looks like you can. You've got white markings there, but... Yes. All I need. If they want to get out, tough, they'll have to knock the cab. Wait. Right, let's put in some mileage in, shall we? 17 hours to go. Did I mess up the timing? Let's have a quick look. 23 to play with. Definitely a good looking truck from the outside, I do like it. However, there are a few errors with the interior of the truck, like the mirrors here, it's missing some of the rendering, but that may be because they've made it and worked it around a single screen setup. On triple screens we're getting some issues with the mirrors on the right hand side and the interior of the truck. Now I don't know whether that's because I may need to reinstall the mod, or whether it's because it's a triple screen setup and therefore it doesn't render properly, but certainly from the outside it definitely looks the part. It looks perfectly fine outside. And this is the first time I've actually driven the truck, so I'm only seeing these errors for the first time. I can see the pipes to the right. You can't even see them, the screens don't show them, but I can see the pipes. That's crazy. Ooh, that's really... Yeah. Okay, I need to add a horn to this one. Really quite bad. that subscriber count I got on the screen, I'm not sure why that's not ticking up or down. I'll have to look into that again. I think it just does it when it wants to, I swear. It is going up and down, just not what I expect it to. It's supposed to be a live ticker, but is it hell? The only thing I can foresee with this truck is it's going to be a pain to park because the turn-in circle is way less than the Euro trucks. A much, much larger turn-in circle, so got to get your lines right first time or be prepared to be back and forth while you're parking. Wondering whether this is the correct... Well, yeah, I'm thinking there may be an update for this because I remember I've had this mod for a while. Only 1% damage. Hopefully that won't get any worse. The good news is we're hitting new roads, so that's going to push up the map percentage, which I can't even remember what the map percentage is now, 60 something. So if I can boost the map percentage up, I'd like to get back up to 70. It wasn't far off it. They've played around with maps and had updates and God knows what, and it's gone down. Just remember that if you do work towards the goals, see you Gareth, if you do work towards the achievements, one of them is 100% map coverage, so yeah, if you're way off it, get cracking, because it takes a hell of a long time. Close. I think that's another one to add to the list. I need to find the name of this truck, Kenworth something, and have a look to see if there's an updated version of it. Volvo seem to be okay, so I don't need to worry about the Volvo. That's what I need to get the weather mod I used to have, put that back in, because I want to see how that performs on the new version of the game. Oh, slow down, buddy. Nearly. of 13 hours. Gone quite quick so far. Should be good for fuel. We know we can do this trip in one. Change it. Hold on. Let me pause that there a second. Let me show you what I see. It's going to look rather crazy. That gives you a full view of what's displayed on the 3. So you can see on the edges how much information you're still missing on the camera setup I've got, because I can't capture it all. Again, inside the truck. That was rather good timing. And the power cut. It is crazy. But then that's triple ultra wides for you. It's a little bit overkill, but I enjoy it because it really does give you that wraparound feeling. Let's get it back, shall we? Some kind of normality. Unfortunately, I don't have it set up on a trigger. I've got to do it manually. Kind of sucks. Oh, that was a bad view to change to. But it's nice to be able to show, because as you can see, you know, if I do exterior view again, when I hit the right button, you still see that on the bottom section I'm still cutting off a lot of what is available to see. Oh, come on, policeman. Get around me. There you go. And I need to be there. Right turn. Sorry. Got the guy behind me. That was my bad. Too busy jibber-jabbering again. Yeah, I'm no trucker. Kinda wish I was, but then I'd probably be dead by now if I was. As for what I do, nothing very exciting. I just work in a local call centre. It's got to be the most exciting job, but then it suits me down to the ground. I need part-time hours because I look after my son. So I'm a father, and a part-time worker, and a pain in the butt. Playing YouTube and games and stuff. Keeps you busy. And this is why I'm usually on my time late, because that's my free time when he's fast asleep. My nights of going out and partying are well and truly over, that's for sure. Absolutely. Gotta have the relaxing time, otherwise you'd be pulling your hair out. And rather than sit there and watch TV and twiddle my thumbs and get bored extremely quickly, I'd rather do this. Well, I've always been a nerdy, techie type of guy anyway. I've always had PCs, computers from an early age, so, you know, that's just me. I'd rather be at a PC than sitting in front of a TV itself and just watching TV. So if I'm not trying to fix a PC problem, I'm, you know, playing a game and trying to fix that problem. And this whole setup just gives me another aspect to work on and keep tinkering with, shall we say. What are we down to? Oh, it's only 3 hours just finished then. It's not a lot. The 10 hours remaining though shouldn't take too much longer. What are we on now? You know what? I thought it was about 11:30, but blimey. Is it me or this is even going really slow? Oh, streaming career. Oh, I don't know about that. There's still it's a lot of work involved in streaming. Doesn't seem like it. But behind the scenes, you know, you've got constantly battling with the hardware fighting you. Well, at least I am, and I know other people who stream who have constant little battles trying to get their system to work and play ball all the time. It's never, you know, you can guarantee there must be an issue every time I stream. You may not see the issue. Like if it was USB ports yesterday, today I've got I forgot the term. The display's breaking up on me in terms of I'm getting Gsync issues today, so I'll probably have to install the graphics driver tomorrow. Nothing's changed. Other times I've had the camera behind me, that's been playing up, which it did yesterday as well. I've had the second camera, that will like shut off randomly, and then you're configuring that. I've had the handbrake be an issue. The flight sticks I've had to set up a number of times because they've lost their profile. You know, there's always something. And then if you're not dealing with that, you're dealing with YouTube itself, and that may not want to work or something. It's just crazy. You'd think, you know what, you get it all configured, you just plug it in and you just start streaming. It's not as straightforward. There's always something going on in the background that wants to just mess it up for you. I would probably find it probably just as stressful doing that as it would in a normal job. So unless you're a massive YouTube streamer and you've got the followers, you've got the people supporting you behind you, it may be less of a worry. I'm kind of glad I'm not that type of level, and I don't know if I want to be. It's a lot more stress and worry if that is your only source of income, because you've got to make sure you're cracking it on every video, you're getting the views, you know, you're able to fund yourself off those. Gladly I'm in no position for that. My videos don't get the views, I don't get, not at a level where I'm earning anything even from YouTube. It may happen one day, it may not. It's not something I'm pushing myself to achieve. If it happens, I'll gladly accept it and I'll work hard with it. But yeah, for now I'm just happy keeping my head where I am, making sure I've got a job and an income. It's just less pressure being like that. You know, you see YouTubers who say they're moving on to just doing YouTubing and the streaming is their income and this, that, and you're like, good on them if they can make it work. Happy days. It's a risk, who knows how long it's going to last, but obviously there's always going to be some out there, you know, there's some very popular YouTubers out there who earn plenty of money. I just think that for anybody starting doing YouTube or streaming, you just got to be grounded and realize that it's not just going to start pouring in. You're not going to just get the views, and you know, it's not going to be you start streaming and it starts picking up overnight. It's a long, hard slog. You know, you have good days, bad days, you just got to roll with it. You know, this is my stream now. It's probably, even though the account I'm using is older, I think, but the streaming I've been doing is only nearly a year now. November, December, I think I started. So it's about a year, if not just over. Oops. And it still needs a lot of work for sure. You know, I need a lot of work. But again, you need the people coming in who watch your videos, but it's the interaction from the people who are watching that help. Because, you know, there's only so much you can sit and talk about one game that hasn't been said 1,000 times. But when you've got somebody who's, one, watching a video, two, interacting with you, you can bounce off that person. You can then have that conversation. No, and even if YouTube turned around and said, you know what, you're at a level now where we can start paying you towards your videos and what have you, and you can earn an income, it wouldn't be a lot. Yeah, but what's that? He's just floating. What car is he driving? It's the invisible car with a number plate on the back end. That's just weird. Okay, well, something's messed up in the game. I'm not quite sure what that one is. I've not seen that before. That's a first. I mean, yeah, you could comment about, yes, everything. You know, oh look, there's a tree. Doesn't that look really interesting? Oh look, there's a BMW in white, flashing its indicators. Yeah, there's only so much you can say. Unless you start playing a game, you know, let's have a look at who can spot what the next car is. But that one's got no wheels. I'm starting to think I have a bug in my game. I've not seen this happening. This is the first, that's 2 cars. This truck. You're right. You can tell it's simulated. They got it wrong. They need to go back to the drawing board and delete the indicator on the BMW. But that's what I think helps most channels, is if you've got a user base that interacts with you, talks to you, because you've got that communication going on as well as the video itself, it would make that channel more appealing for the general viewer, who then may think, you know what, I'll get involved, I'll have a word as well, I'll ask a question. But it's building that user base and having those people. I mean, you can't hold a gun to someone's head and go, talk to me. You've got to ask me questions, I've got to be able to answer you, it's all going to be done on stream. You can't do that. You know, you've got to build that base up and get people to see that, you know, you are approachable, you can talk to them, and you can give a genuine answers. And that truck's got no wheels as well. Genuine feedback. Alright, and something screwy's going on with my game. I want a hover truck. That looks cool. See what I mean? There's always something when you're streaming and something messes up. I'm wondering, the error might be because of this truck, because this truck has got errors in it. So I'm wondering if that's affecting the AI cars coming by. The only way to test that theory is to change the truck. Live streaming, it's just so much easier. You know, I don't have the hours in the day to be able to make a live, to make a video. If I buy a new item, I'll record a video, I'll upload it. If there's a game modification that I can talk about, that, or, you know, something like, oh, here we go. Hold on a second. Let me turn that down a second and get this copper past me. Change lanes. If there's, you know, like a video I feel I need to make, which gives feedback on a particular game or an aspect of a game, or, you know, like the GIMX adapter I bought. I did a video on that. I did a video on promods and how to set it up. You know, something that's informative, I'll do. But when it comes to games, I don't fancy, you know, doing a 2-hour video on a game when I can live stream it. You know, if something goes wrong in the middle of the game when I'm live streaming, so be it. Something goes wrong. People might find it funny or interesting. They may not. Who knows? I just find YouTube, or I found YouTube just easier to get into. I've never been one for watching people on, you know, Twitch. I know a few people who stream on Twitch, and I guess they've gone to it because that tends to be known as the gamer's platform when it comes to streaming. But because I'm not a Twitch viewer, you know, maybe once in a blue moon, but I do use YouTube on a regular basis, so for me it just made perfect sense to be, you know what, just stream on YouTube. I've thought about doing restream and streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, but I got as far as installing the software and I thought, nah, I just can't be bothered. and I just stuck with YouTube. You know, if I was trying to make it big and promote myself and push myself as much as possible, then yeah, I probably would be hitting Twitch more. For me, it's just, I just want to see where things go. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, not the end of the world. It's not a main priority to be, I've got to be hammering videos, I want to be the best, I've got to be doing it this way, that way. I can't invest myself like that, unfortunately, not in my situation. I need to have a solid underpinning in my life with regards to the income I've got, so for now, it is what it is. We're down to 5 hours. That went fast. Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong, we all want a bigger audience. It would be nice to have, say, I don't know, a regular 50 to 100 people watching, having regular people coming in and talking to you, you know, maybe having anywhere from 10 to 40 people who would regularly come in and talk. It would be lovely. Don't get me wrong. Anybody who's doing this will always want more. End of story. But if you're in a position where you can promote yourself and push yourself, go for it. I'm certainly not going to fight for that, so to speak. I don't want to come across as somebody who's just all about streaming and just all about money. That's not an aspect that I'm really worried about. For me, this is purely for me to play my games, put it on YouTube, and if people want to watch, they can watch. If people want to chat, they can chat, and you know, hopefully it'll become a nice friendly atmosphere. It may get more involved, it may pick up, but you know, I never thought I'd get to 6,000, to be honest. You know, it's been a kind of a weird ride. It started off slow, it picked up quick, and you'll have those troughs. It goes up and down, and you know, you'd be streaming one day, you may have next to nobody subscribing. You could stream the next day, you could have 300 or 400 subscribing. You log in the next day, those 300 or 400 may only end up being 50. If you stayed focused on the figures, you'd just be stressing, and I'm not one to stress, so I try not to focus too much. That'll be a good view. I think any YouTuber out there would just want to have a nice, friendly atmosphere, a place where people feel welcomed, you know, and can come in, watch a video, can have a chat, and feel involved. And I hope that one day that will be the case for me, and people will see my channel as a place where they can come in and do that. But that takes time. I do like that green. So what was that? That was like a custom paint. So it's a green with an underlying yellow, if I remember the mix that I did. It's quite nice. You gotta be honest in YouTube, because if you start telling porkies while you're streaming, people will only find out, and then you're in a world of hurt, because anybody and everybody will be there coming in and having a look and finding out what the gossip is, just like anything, to be honest. But it's probably wise not to go down the path of, you know, trying to cover things up, and just be honest, just be forward. You know, if you've messed up, and be straight about it. But let's face it, people aren't silly, and if they want to find something out, they'll do their homework, that's for sure. Hours and 18. It's the in-game time. We'll go at 6. So it's probably going to be in the past 9 o'clock when we get there. It's going to be dark. Let's get some lights turned up. Kind of tempting to take the limiter off, but I better not. I'll be in a world of hurt. A bit bouncy. So I've put an extra 10% power to the wheel, so I'm feeling a little bit more from it. This looks like it could be an interesting bridge. Get the old camera going. Just need a little bit more height. I missed the turning, didn't I? Because I swear that said 3 hours 15 and now it says 4 hours. Oops. My bad. Oh well, an extra hour. What's that going to do? Let's have a look. We've still got 11 hours to play with. See, I could sleep, but then I would be behind on time. So now I'm going to have to drive through the night because I messed up. Yeah. Right, Mr. Move, because I think I need to turn. Oh no, I'm going to come off here now. And I go up and back and down and around on myself. Lovely. That's a bit of a big truck for this section. Holy crap. It feels really tight. Whoa, where you go, mister? Whoa. You were not stopping, were you? You just seriously wanted to pull straight out. Now he reverses. No, you're blocking my... Where are you going? Thank you. That's ruined me now. Right, concentrate now. Look at that for a sunset. Wow. Still looks nice. If anybody's watching, I can get this ETS2, the latest version, running on a Vive. Can they let me know how they got it working on a Vive? Because mine will not load. Being a royal pain in the butt. Ooh, cut in front. Really nice view. The Vive is probably more compatible with glasses than the Oculus, from what I hear, because the Vive has a bit more room. But I think most people who recommend VR with a set of specs, probably better off looking at a Vive. However, I believe there are users out there with Oculus who can wear glasses. I guess it depends on the type of frame you're wearing, and I believe, I don't know if they still do them, that they used to be able to get lenses. So rather than wear your glasses, you just wear lenses that are made to go inside, and then you don't have to wear glasses at all. I think they were a third-party add-on. So if you were thinking of VR, well, the difficult one, because the market's so much bigger now. When I bought my Vive, there was literally just the Oculus and the Vive, and that was it. Now you got the Windows headsets as well. You got the Samsung Odyssey, you got the Lenovo, HP, Dell. You've got the Vive Pro as well now. There's so many different options. You've got the Pimax if you want the really ultra wide. But I don't know, if I was buying now, based on my usage now, which has decreased, I tend to use it more for my driving and simulators, so people tend to say that the Oculus is probably one of the better ones when it comes to single seat simulations. The Samsung Odyssey would be a good one to look at, but it's America only, so you'd have to import it for the UK market. I'm kind of tempted to see what a Lenovo headset would be like. But again, you tend to find that the Windows virtual reality headsets, the screens aren't as high a quality, but I'm guessing you'd only see that in a side-by-side comparison. I don't know, it's an awkward one now because the market's a lot bigger. But I do enjoy going back to VR and being in that 3D world again, because it really is a good experience. Yeah, exactly. That's why people with glasses, a lot of people swore by the Vive. The Vive has a much wider frame on your face, much more padding around your face as well, so there was that room for maneuver with the frame of the glasses. Whereas the Oculus was a closer fit to the eye, and therefore made it harder and put more pressure on glasses. So I'm guessing if you had a thicker frame, it was making it more awkward. But as I say, there were third-party mods where you could get your lenses made to fit inside the units, and therefore you could do away with the glasses altogether. That's not a problem. Doesn't matter whether you're looking to buy or you just want to ask a question. I'm more than happy to answer at the end of the day. You know, if I don't know, I'll let you know. Look out. They're back again. They're here. Here comes the cops. Probably sitting behind me, raking in the money. Oh, there he goes. Only 1 hour 14 left. And this car's in my way. Let's yank the speed back up. Sorry, biker, we're gonna crash. Ooh, that was close. I am? What funds will they be? Oh, well, yeah. I do quite a good job there. Lucky in the real world. I've never had a speeding ticket. Don't tell a lie. Once. And that was a long time ago. Back in my my youth. That sounds really sad saying that now, Jesus. Minutes. Right, where are we? So we're coming up, going to be pulling off by here now. And then we've got to try and park this thing, which is going to be, hopefully, not too much of a pain, just depends on how tight the yard is. Assuming it's going into a yard, that is. Here, I would be following this guy now. Whoa, jeez, that was close. I thought I was going to hit that then. Swing it around. Gladly, that's a nice easy one to park. Overcooked it. Let's try that again, shall we? That'll do. Have a look at that map percentage. Ooh, 69.64, nearly on 70%. Definitely want that to hit 70. But that's not going to happen tonight. Looks like I've got a few things I need to try and fix with this game, with the PC in general. I think I'm going to reinstall the graphics driver and see if that makes a change, because that VSync issue I'm getting is starting to wind me up. So I'm going to leave it there for tonight. Thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed, as usual, please leave a like and subscribe. It does help support the channel. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. So take care. Good night. Wayne's World. Good night, Mark. Take care.